Hi, I'm Mark. This is my 2022 review for Taurus Sun Sign and Taurus Rising. We start the year with a fantastic boost because Jupiter moves into Pisces. Now Jupiter rules Pisces, so this is a great position for Jupiter. Now, this will be your 11th house. So your dreams, your future plans will all be coming into sharp focus now. Whatever Jupiter touches, it enlarges. So it's time to dream big. It's time to set some brave, bold new plans for the coming year. Now, this is a time when friends will be very important and you can achieve more with others than you will on your own. So it's a good time to link up with friends or join a group and be part of a group, because you can achieve a lot being part of a group. Then this lasts until May the 10th, and on May the 11th Jupiter moves into Aries. Now this will be your 12th house. It'll be more of a time now of reflection, because Jupiter will eventually next year move into your sign of Taurus and you'll receive tremendous benefit then. But for now, from May, it'll be a time when you need to reflect. You need to think about the more spiritual side and those type of dimensions, because the ego will be a lot lower and there won't be anything in the way to stop you from delving into the unconscious side and the spiritual realms and learn as much about yourself as you possibly can. On the 14th of January, Mercury will go retrograde for the first time this year. This will last 3 months, so it's a time again when communication won't be as good. This is in your 10th house, so surrounding career and your future path. It's not a time to push ahead, it's time to ease back and make sure you cross all the T's and dot all the I's. Then on the 18th, Uranus, who's in your sign and been in your sign for some time, turns station direct. This means the energy will slowly start to move forward and things will start to change. There'll be a slow awakening and there'll be time, there's more urgency coming in, and there'll be more need for changes over the next few months until August, when he goes retrograde again. On the 19th we have the Moon's North Node moving into your sign of Taurus. This means over the next year or so it will conjunct your Sun, and this will open up doorways. This will give you messages or clues of how you can evolve and grow. When the North Node's in your sign, it's a time of great growth and evolution. And because it's in Taurus as well, there'll be great connections with Mother Earth. There may be connections with helping to save the planet and connecting with nature. This also means that there'll be eclipses in your sign, and also there'll be a sign of Scorpio, because the South Node has moved into Scorpio, and there'll also be eclipses in that sign as well. So it's a major time of growth for both signs. On the 4th of February you need to tune into the cosmic energies, because all the planets are moving direct. This is a time to tap into the energy and go full steam ahead. Then on the 1st of March we have a triple conjunction. This is between Pluto, Venus and Mars. So as you can imagine, this is a very intense conjunction. This is in your 9th house, so there'll be intense desires not only for love but also for learning, for new adventure. So it's time to make changes. Put the Mars energy into making positive and creative changes with these three together. After the fantastic triple conjunction in March, we have a more difficult conjunction in April. On the 5th, Mars comes together with Saturn. Now, this never bodes well, because Saturn has limitations. Mars wants to push forward with all his energy and strength, but Saturn wants to hold things back, slow things down. So it's not time to try new things and to push things through. This is a time to sit back. This is happening in your 10th house of career, destiny and your chosen path. So it's not a time to try and push things through in these areas. It's a time to sit back and wait, be patient, and wait till Mars has passed, and then you can push forward again. It's like trying to drive a car with brakes on. It's harder you push down that accelerator, it's not going to make any difference. You're the one that's going to just get wound up. So be calm, take it easy. If you've got a lot of energy, make sure you channel it in another direction. Maybe do some exercise or something that will diffuse this. And then once Saturn's limitations are passed and you've perhaps learned the lesson that he's trying to teach you, then you can move forward with great speed, but you'll also have the wisdom gained from this experience. On the 12th of April we have the biggest astrological event of the year. It's the conjunction between Jupiter and Neptune. Now the last time this happened in Pisces was in 1856, so it's a long time ago, and it'll be a long time before we get to see this again, so we need to make the most of it. Now these two are coming together in Pisces. They're both co-rulers of Pisces, so they're in their own domain. They're both gods, so we have Neptune, the god of the sea, god of earthquakes and rain, so there'll be a lot more rain. There may be some earth tremors. Then we have Jupiter, the king of the gods. Now he's known for throwing thunderbolts, so there can be some storms and lightning as well, and this could result in some flooding. But we have to harness this energy, we have to use this energy. This is very creative energy. If you're a creator or work in that kind of industry, this will be fantastic for you. Artists, musicians, film, television, it's going to be great. There'll be some new ideas, wonderful things coming through. And for you Taurus, in your 11th house, this is about joining together with others in groups or with individual friends to use this energy in a creative way. It's also going to be an upsurge in spiritual energy, so it's a good time to practice any spiritual pursuits. Now, in 1856, we had the birth of Sigmund Freud. He was born with these two planets in Pisces, and he started a whole new way of looking at ourselves in a more psychological way. He delved into the unconscious, so it's a good time to delve into the unconscious, to look at yourself in a different light and discover and learn things about yourself. Jupiter and Neptune come together at 23 degrees. It's a mixture of 2 and 3, so it's bringing knowledge and creativity together with diplomacy and compassion. This will all help us to overcome the past couple of years and the pandemic. This will help us to build a new, better and brighter future. Venus joins at the end of April and adds her flavour to this conjunction. This could be good for building new relationships with friends and colleagues, and also for cementing group relationships. It's also good for finances as well, and you could find there's a boost to your financial situation with Jupiter and Venus coming together here. On the 29th of April there's a very positive sextile between Jupiter and Pluto. Now Jupiter in that 11th house of yours, so this is a good time to set new goals. It's a time to be brave, have faith. This aspect will give you great faith, and use the power of Pluto in that 9th house to plan a new adventure or to learn something new that will benefit you in the future. Also, this is the 11th house, so friends are involved in this. Could be a good time to learn new things along with friends or within a group. Perhaps join a group where you may learn a new subject. And it's also very good for religious pursuits as well. Anything that's spiritual or religious or philosophical, it's great to get involved in these now. You'll learn a lot. On the 30th of April we have our first eclipse. This one happens to be in your sign Taurus, so it's in your first house. So this is a time when you need to reinvent yourself in some way. The eclipse is also conjunct Uranus, so there'll be a unique feel about events that are happening at this time. And it could be that there are sudden changes to things. It's a good time to make changes. Maybe you want to change your appearance, maybe you want to change the way you express or the way you talk or your dress. There's lots of things that could be going on under this eclipse. Now, the series of eclipses this one belongs to is the Saros 6 North series. And this has an inclination to personal relationships involving authority figures. So there could be some issues that come up that you need to deal with regarding authority figures. And also, it's about taking responsibility. It could be that you have to take charge of something because of someone else's inadequacies or someone else is ill, and you have to step in and take control. But the idea is to take on the opportunities and commitments that you are presented with. Now, if you were born between the 26th of April and the 6th of May, or have a planet between 5 and 15 degrees of Taurus, this is going to affect you very, very acutely. Now, the other thing that we have is with Taurus is that it's going to affect finances. It's going to affect the material side of life, but also the way you regard your values, because Taurus is about values. It's about security, personal security. So there could be lots of changes going on with this eclipse, but the main thing to consider is that it's personal to you. The things you need to change are going to be very personal to you, and this is what you need to concentrate on. On the 10th of May, Mercury has its second retrograde. And while Mercury's retrograde, we have our second eclipse. This is a total lunar eclipse in Scorpio, your opposite sign. So this will affect you greatly as well. But this time the focus won't be on yourself, it will shift to other people. If you have a partner or a business partner, you'll need to be very wary of their needs as well. In fact, all relationships, you need to be aware of other people's needs with the eclipse in this sign. Now this belongs to the same series, so again it will bring up issues regarding authority and you taking some kind of commitment on board. Now with Mercury retrograde, this eclipse is going to be quite a difficult one because it's also conjunct the South Node. So there could be like a feeling of deja vu that comes up. Things from the past may come up that you may not be able to communicate, or you may not understand them fully. So you need to be careful about what you say and what you do and how you act, and maybe think about things before you go in like the bull in the china shop, so to speak. So yes, this is a focus on other people, but also it's an eclipse where you need to stand back a bit, see what happens, have a watchful eye over things and don't act too quickly. On the 31st of July, there's another great happening in Taurus. This time Uranus makes a conjunction with the Moon's North Node. Now this is tremendous for you, Taurians, and this is why I said to you in May just to stand back and to let things happen and see where things roll, because we had that eclipse conjunct the South Node. Now we have Uranus conjunct the North Node. This is the way forward. This is what you've got to grasp. You not really want to go back to the South Node with that eclipse, because that could pull you back into past behaviours or past events that you don't really want to be going back to. You want to go with Uranus. This is your big opportunity, Taurus, because Uranus will be leaving your sign in a year or so, so you need to make the most of him. This is when you want to discover new and exciting things. This could open doors. This could lead to a new path or a new way of being for you. Because this is your first test. This is personally going to affect you very much indeed. And with Uranus, sometimes it's sudden and unexpected, so you can't be hanging on to things. That's why you don't want to get connected to the South Node too deeply, because that will hold you back. You need, the lighter you are, the further and faster you will travel. And this is a tremendous opportunity, and you need to grasp it. Mercury retrograde for the third time on the 9th of September, but it's direct on the 2nd of October. It means he's going forward when the next eclipse happens. So this is good news. And it's on the 25th of October, and it's at 2 degrees of Scorpio. And this is your opposite sign, and it'll be the 7th house of relationships. So this is good news though, because the new moon in the 7th house is good for fostering good relations. It's good for getting the relationships working for you. And this could be in your love, or it could be in business, or any form of one-to-one relationship. Now, the benefits to you are working with others. Now this eclipse belongs to the Six South series, and this is a time of manifesting great power and control within relationships, and this could be of great use for you. You have been concentrating a lot of this year on yourself and making changes, but now it's a time to work with others and receive the benefit of joint efforts. On the 8th of November, we have the last biggest astrological event of the year, and this is a lunar eclipse. This is in Taurus, your sign again, at 16 degrees. This time we have the moon conjunct Uranus. So this is going to make feelings very difficult. You're not going to feel right with this. The Uranus will make the moon feel uneasy, so you may be a bit on edge, and there may be a lot of sudden changes in your feelings. Now, obviously the moon is opposite the sun, but the sun is also conjunct Mercury. So again, there's a feeling where communication is going to be very much involved in this, because the sun being in the 7th house now, conjunct to Mercury, is all about communicating with others and getting a good understanding of how they feel as well. Now, the extra added difficulty is that these two square Saturn. Saturn is square to both. So all these planets are in fixed signs. This makes it very difficult for the energy to flow. And also, the sun and the moon are conjunct the moon's node. So there's a lot going on in this eclipse. And it's hard to predict exactly where things are gonna pan out, or how they're gonna burst out, so to speak, because there's a lot of energy here. T-squares are very difficult to handle. They're challenging energy, but they can, if handled properly, be very productive. Now, I always say that one of the best ways to handle a T-square is to focus your energy on the empty sign, and the empty sign will be Leo, and this will be your 4th house. So focus on the home, focus your energy in that area, focus on your emotional needs, and that will help to balance out these other energies. It's like you're filling the gap of a grand cross. Remember, this is a time for balance as well. Saturn is not only there to cause you some challenges, it's also there to help you. Saturn is the great teacher, so this could be a time when a teacher or a mentor comes into your life and will give you wise words, will give you counsel that will help you if there's any difficulties with this eclipse. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe. If you'd like to leave me a message, I'd love to hear from you.